Welcome to CSJ basketball on Munger Vision. Get the starting lineup tonight as SUNY Canton, the Kangaroo, is going to take on the Fighting Saints in Sunrise Conference basketball. Tony Wilburn coming out first for the Fighting Saints, and he got in foul trouble last night real early. Had 4 fouls in the first half against Vermont Technical College. And last night's co-player of the game, KJ Jackson, who's just gotten better and better with every game. That turning point was this man right here, Evan Yops, giving the defensive assignment, shutting down Kevin Carrigan's VTC, did an outstanding job. And Raheem Smalls, who's been the big man on the boards for CSJ. And of course, Mr. Everything, Mr. Do-It-All, Jamie Wright out there. That's the starting 5 for CSJ. I'll have the opening tip-off on Munger Region is SUNY Canton taking on CSJ. A win tonight by CSJ, just about assures them a spot in the Sunrise Conference tournament. CSJ, in case you haven't figured it out yet, being their home whites on their home court here as the regular season winding down. One more home game against Sage College. KJ Jackson will be jumping against Rob Sanders. And SUNY Canton got the cool name. The Kangaroos are called in. Toss is up and we are underway, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. And it's going to be blue basketball. So SUNY Canton, the Kangaroos will have the ball first, and that'll be Cato, Irving Cato taking the ball out of bounds. He'll just flip it into Williams. Williams matched up against Wilburn. Wilburn, like I said, has been prone to getting in foul trouble. And that's something he's really got to work on because they need Wilburn so that Ryder can get some rest. Oh, blocked by Jackson. The put up is going to sit on the rim and drop. And SUNY Canton will have the 2-0 lead. Remember last night, CSJ went to halftime down by 7, scored 62 second half points for the 9-point win over VTC, avenging the loss earlier in the season to VTC. It was a 99-90 win last night. And the travel call was against KJ Jackson. Here's a real key, back-to-back tough opponents, Sunrise Conference opponents, and can you bring the intensity tonight? 24 hours later, you're back on the court in a game that means everything to getting into the tournament. It does not mean they can't make the tournament if they lose, but their fate will be out of their own hands. Tonight, they control their own destiny tonight with a win. 2-0, 19 minutes left, 1 minute gone here in this opening half of play. Yops wanted to go down inside to Raheem Smalls and just wasn't there. Right now, even though we only played a minute, not at the tempo that CSJ would prefer to play at, but it is early and things will change 1,000 times throughout the night. Yops, there's the roll play up, and Jackson will miss it. Had a chance for his own rebound and was taken out of his hands by Vaughn. And this will be Vaughn, Khalid Vaughn, bringing the ball up into the front court to Cato. Going to stand way out and drain it. I mean, he was way out there on Ripley Road. It's almost at the temporary bridge that's been temporary for I don't know how many years now. It's almost a permanent temporary bridge that crosses Otter Creek. 5-0. SUNY Canton with the lead. Ball stripped away from Raheem Smalls and Williams now. Long pass to the elbow to Cato. Tipped, and Jackson with the steal, trying to turn the corner. It's going to be Vaughn picking up the foul on the floor. Very distinct call. There's no question about it. And we got SUNY Canton taking a timeout with 18 minutes left, even to play in the first half at SUNY Canton. 5-0 over CSJ on Munger Vision. Unique, SUNY Canton taking a timeout with the momentum on their side, up by 5. And CSJ going to run that stack formation on the near side of the box. The Saints, other than last night, have been notorious slow starters all season long. Last night they jumped out to a 14-5 lead against Vermont Technical College, only to falter in the middle portion of the ball game. So they coming out tonight looking more like the Saints of 2010-2011, but they are a strong finishing club, the Saints are. That'll be a foul. Yeah, as Irving Cato playing defense from behind, called for the hold, and it'll be 2 fouls now on SUNY Canton. First foul on Cato, and they'll just run the stack. Wilburn will step out, get the ball off to Jackson. That's his shot right there, and he'll front rim it this time. Williams with the rebound was looking out at the basketball. Nobody was there as Cato had fallen down, so Cato up on the elbow with Jobst on him. Williams puts it up inside the arc and rolls around the rim, no good. All white on the boards as CSJ with the defensive rebound, the outlet to Rida, and a quick push into the front court. And again, nice transition defense by the Kangaroos as they hopped back into position defensively. Up, and Jobst will miss it on the fadeaway. Not very patient offensively right now in their half-court set are the Saints. They'd like to get a few quick breaks here too. Defensive rebound, push the ball up the floor, baseline to baseline. Get the tempo picked up a little bit. This is Grenier, number 23, had the touch, and Vaughn sealed off by Rida. Yeah, it's about what I would personally really did expect the opening portion of the game to be like after last night's much anticipated game against VTC. Jackson running the floor will get the tip in. First point of the night on a hustle play by KJ Jackson. I'll have to pick the Grand Union player of the game again at the end of the contest. The CSJ player of the game will get the donated t-shirt from Grand Union. 5-2, and Jackson, he's going to get control of it. Is he going to jam it? He's going to go up and get the foul and get the basket. And Jackson was undercut by Sanders, and that's a dangerous foul. And they're going to count the basket. Jackson seems to be all right, and he's going to the line trying to tie the ball game up. There's Sylvan John, number 1 at the scorers table for SUNY Canton, along with number 15, Tony Valentin. They'll be subbing in. They should be allowed to come in now because it's a one-shot. Yeah, the basket was good. It's just one shot. Yeah, so Williams and Grenier will sit down for SUNY Canton. Okay, some confusion at the scorers table and with the officials about the subs because they'd already handed the ball to KJ Jackson. So Jackson up and off the mark. Tipped outside and controlled by Valentin. Now I believe it's Valentin. In the book it has it as Valentin. I saw spelling it's Valentino, which is very different. But I'll go with Valentin. Right, hard to beat right off the dribble. That's a long three. And that will be a one and done. A quick possession, questionable shot, way outside. Picked off, and it's going to be taken over by Cato. The big man in the front court pulls up at the elbow and wants to push the ball inside, goes to the corner instead. They want to roll baseline. The ball blocked by Jackson. Boy, last night he was doing a lot of that, and he'll continue here tonight as they're playing like grown men out there tonight. And they'll let that go with no foul. Wilburn, gotta say it right now, he's gone 4 minutes and 22 seconds without picking up a personal foul. That's going to be a best so far this season for him. Vaughn, waiting for some movement out there defensively. And that's going to be Sanders getting to the basketball. Long shot, no good. Front rim, long rebound. Picked up and recycled by John, Sylvan John. Got the defender in the air. Didn't pull the trigger on the shot. Wow. 26 seconds on the shot clock. Remember, they've had 2 shot clocks to work with. Pass inside, great hands. Blocked, big time. A swat at the ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Remember, they didn't get recycled. It was a blocked shot. That's his spot, and not this time. Rebound will go to Wilburn. Great pass, great hands. The hard finish, and to the floor will go Raheem Smalls. That's a couple times so far tonight that the Saints have been taken down hard on fouls going to the hole for the finish. Just something to kind of keep track of and watch. Patrick Triplett Jr. unable to play tonight for CSJ, and he's been having a fabulous first year here at CSJ. He had his wisdom teeth removed. Now, personally, I think that's kind of wimpy that you can't play after you have your wisdom teeth out. I think it was 2 years ago I had a vasectomy, and I broadcast the game that night. I mean, the kids have got to be tough nowadays. So Smalls trying to get this game tied up, 5-4. Kangaroos with the lead, and the Saints will get the bounce. A kind roll. See Valentin turn to the bench. Some serious ink there on Valentin, as he's got a lot of tats up there. Matches his uniform very well. Sanders steps out, and we got a new number in there. Oh, Vaughn came open and just beat Jackson up to the hoop before he could get the block. Wilburn pulls up inside the arc. No, he'll be off the mark. Rebound and foul. Smalls in there, and that's what Smalls does so well. He does many things well, but the first thing I think of when I think of Raheem Smalls, besides his cool as a cucumber attitude, is he gets on the boards. Grenier going to be coming back in, number 23. He's at the scorers table for the Kangaroos. And that falls on Sanders. That's his second personal, and team-wise, that's 5 team fouls on SUNY Canton. That's big because there's still 14:24 to go in the first half of play. And Grenier going to come in for Sanders. He'll sit down with those 2 fouls. I had a new number out there. Okay, 21. Scott Dixon in the game for SUNY Canton. And that'll rim out. Rebound, Jackson. Little soft hook. No good, tough angle. Smalls got it. He took it to the bank and cashed it in. And they have it at 8-7 now on the scoreboard. CSJ with the 1-point lead. Wilburn approaching the 6 minute, played without a foul mark. And the turnover not tipped will be CSJ basketball. Coach Bartlett, like I said, got the team pretty fine-tuned at this point of the season. They have split with Fort Kent. They swept Maine Machias. They split with Presque Isle. And they still have Fisher yet to play. Played them here, lost by 4 in a game that could have gone either way easily. Way outside for Rios, well within his range, and ball on the floor picked up by Ryder. I'll flip it back out to Brendan Rios. New shot clock for the Fighting Saints. The screen, the roll, and that was well defended that time by the Kangaroos. Rios, now they're very familiar. They've already played once this year. SUNY Canton and CSJ in the basket by KJ Jackson makes it 10-7, Fighting Saints. And it was CSJ winning rather handily at SUNY Canton. Ryder losing his bounce, no damage done. Grenier will swing it to Dixon, now to Valentin on the wheel. He was held by Wilburn, and that will end his streak of foulless minutes at 6:53 played without a foul.
Foul number 14, Wilburn. First personal.
And that'll just be a possession foul. Obviously, ball go out of bounds on the baseline to the Kangaroos. They wanted to get the ball. Actually, the pass was there, and John would have been open for a bunny shot, but too much of a lead on the ball. And Valentin to Dixon, and he'll swing it all with the side to Vaughn. They want to go back down inside to John. Oh, look from behind. Jump ball, Wilburn. Well, they had him sandwiched in there between Jackson and Wilburn. Williams, number 3, coming back in the basketball game. There's Joanne Williams coming in. So Joanne Williams with a cool name, let me tell you. 12:42 left to play in the first half. You're watching Munger Vision. That's Smalls. Pair of number 1s out there matched up. Saints can play a half-court offense, don't get me wrong. It's just when you get these thoroughbreds out on a defensive rebound, outlet the basketball, get the push to the baseline, then they can use their athletic ability and their speed, and that's when they're a lot of fun to watch. Saints going to go to the huddle up 10-7 with 12:27 to go in the first half of play. Grenier to Williams in the backcourt. There'll be no pressure until midcourt. That's where Wilburn will pick him up. Oh, whoa, that was a pretty neat drag of the back foot with no call on the travel. John will kick it back out, and they're waiting for Williams to come off the screen. There's the paint opened up underneath the dish, and the ball was tipped from behind. I believe it was Raheem Smalls that got a hand on the ball. Looked like it was going to be an easy bunny, but it just didn't happen. Ryder turns. Valentin there, didn't have the baseline. Rios, of course, has been labeled around the league now. Oh, look at the pass inside to Smalls for the basket. Dixon turns. Smalls will take it away. A couple turnovers last 2 trips down the floor, and the Saints looking to capitalize on it. Rios open, fires, got it! Rio Grande with the bucket. that's going to be a full timeout as the Saints on a run will get the score pumped up to 15-7. It's going to be Dane Yops and Ramel Anderson coming in for CSJ after the timeout. That's a feeling, that momentum gaining speed. The SUNY Canton coach, Keith Sullivan, calling a timeout. Got to zoom in on Coach Sullivan for you afterwards. He's got a, well, I'm saying it's some kind of injury to the nose, whether it's surgically done or he had a broken nose, but he's got bandage over his eyes. He looks like I've had a lot of nights where I've looked like that at 640. Nice play. That's off a timeout. SUNY Canton able to execute that play they drew up on the timeout. Cuts the lead to 6 at 15-9. Ryder fakes the outside shot, wants to penetrate, reverses it, and will put the English on the ball. Enough spin on to get it up and in. There's Smalls with the loose ball, and Ryder into the front court. Dane Yops, first year at CSJ, has had a good season. That was a bad pass there as the defender was in front. Of course, Dane Yops coming off probably what he would feel wasn't his best performance last night against VTC. Being a young man and takes a lot of pride in his work, probably going to be trying way too hard tonight. And I think that's what we saw in that first play. And he's already talking to himself out there, and he's got to go back to just letting the game come to him and using his natural abilities. Right now, he's just thinking too much and being too hard on himself. Valentin lost his balance. No damage done by it. We'll get back up and give the ball up to Grenier. Dixon with the ball fake. Rios recovered. Ball will go down low to John. He'll make one pass too many. They'll say it was tipped. And they want to appeal it, but they'll say tipped by CSJ out of bounds. They asked for the appeal and will not get it. These officials, I tell you, it's quite, I could just watch the coaches work on the officials, as Rios might have got a piece of that. Well, he's in a lot of white jerseys down there. He'll muscle it up and no foul call. Right back to Valentin on the floor, and timeout taken. He had to wait for Ryder to get possession. That was a pretty neat sequence of action right there. And he'd call a timeout just to keep possession. So it's 17-9. CSJ with the lead. 9:55 to go in the first half. A win today by CSJ, I was told, will just about 98% guarantee him a spot in the Final Four of the Sunrise Conference tournament. Now, I can't believe that the season's almost over. One more home game against Sage College. And I'll have that for you on Munger Vision. And again, this is a team that I have expectations of doing well in a Sunrise Conference if they stay healthy, if they stay focused on basketball. By far, I think they are the best team in the Sunrise Conference. I think Fisher's an awful good team. I think Fort Kent's an awful good team. I think that's going to be a great tournament. I think VTC's got an outstanding team. Rios from the outside. It's hard to say, he's made his mark in the league. The first time through this conference, they didn't know about Rios. The visiting teams didn't, or the opponents didn't. And now all of a sudden, they know they got to get a body everywhere on the court on number 13 because he is a scorer. He's a shooter. Here's the help defense, and they relaxed it. Dixon three-balling it up, and no. That's going to be picked up by John. He's going to step to the hole and got it. Strong move by John. What there was some debris on the court, and that's why they stopped. Of course, Coach Bartlett always chatting during the game with the officials. I don't mean it like he's always cranking on them, but they'll have conversations. There'll be some giggles and some smiles now and then. Of course, then there will be the serious stuff. Well, I'll tell you, Anderson floating like a butterfly. Can't get the shot to drop that runner from the baseline, and he'll go out of bounds. And looks like Grenier is going to stay there and take the ball out with Williams, the recipient of the pass. See if I can get the coach here. See it? Right there, he's taped up. I got to tell you, I broke my nose a couple of times. It only hurts for a day or two. After that, you get used to the pressure feeling. Grenier got in the paint, gave the ball back to John, to Vaughn, and we've got to be a foul from behind. Yeah, I'm a Saints fan, and I think that was a foul. So Anderson will pick up the foul. Now send Bond to the line to shoot a couple. Again, even with the choppy pace, offense not a problem right now for either side. At 31 points combined by the two teams. The impressive part of that 31 is that the Saints have limited SUNY Canton to just 11 points. 16. They played 11 minutes, 16 seconds of basketball. That's some pretty good on defense. So Jackson in for Smalls. That's a CSJ change. Bond looking for back-to-back baskets here from the free throw line. And he'll have it. SUNY Canton, not really a press. They just got kind of Valentin backpedaling up the court. Ryda, hard man to press, I'll tell you that. Rios to Jackson, turns, fires, and long and strong. Yops goes up and, tell ya, that's good defense not to foul him. Yops will miss the shot. Grenier will lose it out of bounds. And it will be CSJ basketball. I'm trying to find Ryda. There he is. He's going to go over and take the ball out of bounds for the Fighting Saints. He's in the far corner of the CSJ Athletic Complex. Ryda glancing at the clock, shot clock, 27 seconds on it. Yeah, see Ryda penetrate, kick it out to Anderson, and he'll get it. Anderson with the three ball. He'll make it 23-13. Lead's been hovering right around 10 points all the first half here. The steal by Anderson, and then he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, as I said, from the first semester to the second semester, I've never weighed the young man, but he certainly has thinned up a lot. So I'm assuming he's lost weight, exercised a lot, worked out. I'm sure some of that's from working out, but he's got the look of, I mean, he's lost, if I had to guess a number, maybe 11 to 15 pounds, I'd say, from first to second semester. Makes you quicker, makes you stronger on the floor, more endurance. Cato on the drive, lost the basketball. Anderson will foul and be called for the travel. That fell on his own free will, and that's a travel call. Grenier getting up off the floor for SUNY Canton. Foul's going on the baseline. That's where the Kangaroos will. The Kangaroos, I think that is the coolest name for a college basketball team. Imagine the apparel, your warm-up jacket and your shirts and all that good stuff with Kangaroos on it. That's awesome. Ryda just went flying through the air. Oh, man. A lot of steps, no call, and Grenier with the finish. And again, SUNY Canton right there. They're only down by 8 points. There's Rios as Wilburn and Yops getting set to check back in for CSJ. Oh, Ryda, that was awesome stuff. That was wicked awesome. Now they're going to ask if the basket's good. It's got to be good.
23, basket's good.
All right, basket's good for Ryda. Add that to his just marvelous career of highlights. As Evan Yops in the ball game, replacing Dane Yops. And Ryda at the line with 7:21 to go in the first half of play. Leads at 10, and Ryda looking to make the lead match his jersey number. He wants it to be 11, and the shot going up will be good. 26-15, Fighting Saints. Oh, I've seen Ryda do some remarkable things. Nothing surprises me more when Ryda does something that most players can't do, or most fans would say was exceptionally great. Of course, I've never seen him dance. That might be his limitation, so I don't know. Williams on the drive, and he'll have it. Lead back down to 26-17. So again, SUNY Canton right there, well within striking distance. A ton of basketball to be played tonight. And the CSJ squad, they've been a second half team all season long. Jackson with a nice roll to the basket, the pass by Anderson, and at the other end, Ryda will steal the basketball, visit the fans. That's G.J. Garrow he ran up to. The young guy with the white hair right there. Quite a basketball player himself. As he made the save of Ryda. Yeah, I got a hand check foul. Got the hands going defensively, didn't move the feet. That'll be the call, and that'll be the 4th team foul. Ooh, it's on KJ Jackson. Okay. I didn't realize that, so Jackson will pick up his first personal foul. Wilburn, I did mention, back on the floor. He had almost a 7-minute span, and I'm not committing a foul in the first half. It's Williams to Valentin. Well, he does that skip step, drags the back foot, but they let him get away with it. Vaughn spins in the air, and there's the embellished foul by Yops. He'll get up and get out of there. Ball almost tipped in. Vaughn will kick it out. Williams for a long 3. Got it! That came from well outside the arc by Williams. Rios with the grab and quickly into the front court. But again, the defense transitions nicely as Smalls and Dane Yops coming back in the ballgame for CSJ. Yeah, fighting for position down low. The foul will be assessed to number 1. That'll be John getting the foul, and that's going to be the 7th team foul and the 1-on-1. So KJ Jackson will go to the line, shooting the 1-on-1 with 5:56 to go in the first half. Dixon, 21, back in the ballgame for SUNY Canton. Rios and Anderson will sit down. As they get their assignment set, Grenier still trying to match up. Now he said he's going to have Yops, Evan Yops, so no good. Long rebound, and Williams will chase it down in the corner. And he'll bring it up the floor himself. It's Williams matched up against Yops, and Yops with the quick hands, almost able to make the steal, and then there's the help defense by Wilburn. Oh, Vaughn saw the commitment by Smalls to the outside. Block foul. Smalls will pick up the foul as he hammered Vaughn going back up with the shot.
Foul, number 1, Raheem Smalls.
So Raheem Smalls will pick up his first personal.
Foul, 2 lines attack.
And I can only assume, I don't know why it would change, but with Ryda on the bench catching his breath, that'll put Wilburn at the point, and that shot long and strong out the heel of the rim, and Bond will get another try here. Against SUNY Canton, even though it seems they have struggled in this first half, are only down by 8 points. Make it 7 after the made free throw. Wilburn wants Dane Yops to stay outside. Now Yops, you got to remember, can hit that outside shot pretty consistently. And there it is. They've set it up for him and got it! Dane Yops with the 3 ball pushes the lead back to 10, 31-21. Well, I tell you, count it. And now will it be Wilburn, or will it be 1-4? Wilburn will pick up his second foul. And again, that's just too easy giving up the baseline like that. That's the difference in last night's game against VTC was the defensive intensity in the second half that the Saints came out of the locker room with. I expect to see the same change here tonight, come out with some more fire in their eyes as those laxes like we just saw where the baseline opened up. Wilburn behind the back now with the spin move. Williams on him defensively. Jackson, tough shot, no good. Rebound, a 1 and done. John will get the rebound. There's the outlet to Vaughn. Looking long distance, but everything covered as the Saints hustle back in that transitional defense. Dixon. There's the roll. And again, too easy. Didn't get the basket, but blocking foul will be called on Dane Yops. And things starting to crank up a little bit now on the court. 2 shots, that will send Sylvan John.
Number 1, John, at the line for Canton.
He'll step up, and again, just a 7-point deficit, so. On the floor right now, KJ Jackson, Raheem Smalls, both Dane Yops, 23, and Evan Yops, 22, and Tony Wilburn, number 14. I don't know why they would be confused, but they checked on it, and it is 2 shots. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And that free throw will cut the lead now to 6. As Sanders, 33, and Valentin, number 15, checking back in now. They're both starters for SUNY Canton, but they had a good long break on the bench. So the Kangaroos right in the ball game.
Number 11 Ryder back in for the Saints.
And Dane Yops will sit back down. Jamie Ryder back in the ball game for CSJ. So John on his second free throw will fire away and get it. And he's got his fingers taped up, and that was really a dead spin on the ball. So now Ryder and Wilburn both in the ballgame at the same time for CSJ. Oh, look at the quick hands by Williams, and yeah, that was a good call. Williams touched it, diving to the floor, going out of bounds. Of course, it's up to the coach and the bench to try to sell it, and they're doing a good job of trying to get possession back for the Kangaroos. And Evan Jobst for that 5 o'clock shadow, that perpetual 5 o'clock shadow he always has, will toss the ball in bounds. Oh, rolls off from the hip of Raheem Smalls. He lost the handle. Williams out of the pack, with the numbers are there for the Kangaroos, and a perfect pass to Valentin, and the finish. And the game's now a 3-point game. Kangaroos, after trailing by as many as 11, have come back, and travel call, and the momentum. Look at it, all on SUNY Canton right now. And Dane Yops, after a very brief rest, going to come back in the ball game. KJ Jackson going to sit down. Oh, this is what happens when you don't put teams away early. And that was a bad decision. I'm not sure why they wanted to throw a one-handed long-distance pass to the sideline like that, but it cost them a possession. 4 minutes left in the first half of play. And like I said, things starting to crank up the intensity here. Ryder. Long shot, no good. Now, most of the times I would say if somebody else took that shot, questionable shot selection, but Ryder's proven over and over throughout his entire career that's in his range. Valentin from the free throw line waits for Williams. And the Saints trying to find some defensive intensity here. Now they want to post up Sanders. As both Yops now drop down and help out, and jump ball called as Evan Yops got in there. Yeah, gets a little pat on the fanny for it, and he'll tie him up. Evan Yops, this year especially, not only has he picked up his game physically, but his mentality, he is a leader. He is taking a leadership role to a whole new level this year. Valentin, after the screen was set, missed the shot, bounced around. Dixon couldn't control it, tips it out to John, and a new shot clock for the Kangaroos. Each team with 17 fouls apiece. Sanders? No. Tell you what, Dane Yops gave up a lot of territory there, but that last little chest thump that Yops did, that threw the shot off. Ryder looking at the score clock. Shot clock, I'm sorry, had plenty of time on it. As Rio set the scorer's table, he'll be coming back in. Vaughn also at scorer's table. He'll be checking back in for SUNY Canton. That foul will be on Valentin. That's the 8th team foul. Ryder going to the line, shoot free throws. Rio's coming in for Wilburn, and I'm not sure if that's to give him a rest or to keep him from getting that 3rd foul here in the first half. Again, with just one home game left for the Fighting Saints, that'll be Sage College, and that'll wrap up Munger Vision coverage of CSJ basketball for the 2010-2011 season. So in the 32-28 game, Ryder zeroing in on the front side of the bucket. We'll put it up and get it. And Grenier will hustle to the scores table, and he'll be allowed to check into the ball game for Sanders for SUNY Canton. So Grenier will be in the back court, and he'll inbounds that ball to Valentin. He'll scoop the ball up, and Saints are trying to look at that defense. Looks like a zone they're going to come out and play. Smalls at the top of the zone, and Ryder on Rios on the edge. Grenier, a little flat on the shot, rebound. That's Evan Yops up between all those jerseys, dark jerseys to get the ball. Rios, oh, had an opening, didn't take the shot, and Ryder going to set the offense up now. Get it organized. That's the phrase everybody talks nowadays. Going to get the organized. I'm not sure where Dane was tossing at, but again, thinking way too much. And SUNY Canton wanting a timeout, down by 4 with 2:12 to go in the first half. Yeah, there was a lot of talking during that timeout in the St. Settle to Dane Yops from the fellow players, and they go with Yops in the ball game still. Dane, he said he's had a marvelous season, but he's just being way too hard on himself. He's thinking things out too much. And you can overthink in an athletic event. Oh, there's that skip, step, hop. And the basket by Valentin after the timeout by SUNY, and they'll cut the lead to 3. Minute 46 to go in the first half. There's Evan Yops. A couple things I expect to see different in the second half, and that would be the defensive intensity by CSJ. And hopefully trying to pick the pace, the tempo of the game up a little bit. 35-30, Saints up by 5. Nice screen set by Grenier. Great look. You know what ruined that play, or what turned that play off from being successful? Was the great no-look pass to John. Instead of going catching and going straight up with the ball, he caught it, brought it down, stepped back in toward the paint a few steps. By that time, everybody collapsed around him. He taking away the good angle of the shot. Right, strip to the ball. Yeah, foul on the floor. It's going to be the 9th team foul. It should be at least the 1-on-1, and that's what the referee just... I don't know if this is the correct grammar, but he concurred with me. So Jamie Ryda, that's the 9th team foul now. So the next foul committed by the Kangaroos will be the double bonus for the next 61 seconds of the first half. And the first shot by Ryda will be good. I don't have a stat sheet in front of me or percentages in front of me, but Ryda's got to be shooting 80%, 75 to 80% from the line this year. As Dane Yops will come out, and KJ Jackson, number 15 in white, will take his spot out there for CSJ. And the second shot by Ryda, as good as the first. And Smalls told to back off and get into the defensive set. And it looks like they're manning up now, yeah, so man-to-man by CSJ. And they ran a lot of different looks here in the first half. Vaughn, the penetration up, and wow. Foul on the floor, and by Rios' reaction. Wow. Whoa, they're going to give him shots on the foul. So Vaughn will step to the line. Well, yes, it's the 8th team foul. We've got shots anyways, but he indicated 2 shots, as in if he was in the act of shooting. And so Vaughn up and good. And Cato, who set a long time, wearing number 5 in dark blue for the Kangaroos in the ballgame, who replaced Grenier. So again, they're just down by 6, and this free throw here will make it 5. So SUNY Canton got to be happy in the first half on the road against the Red Hot Saints team, down by just 5. And there is 11 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Won't matter, right? We'll get it off the reverse. English on the ball. Shot clock is off now. Valentin, and I'm waiting to see Saints will not. I thought they might extend that defense, but they're not going to. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 39-32, CSJ would lead. They run the wheel up top, and Vaughn, a lot of time left still, 11 seconds. Oh, Williams up and no. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, up ahead. Evan Yops will miss it. Rios will reverse it and will miss it. They'll have 2 shots from point-blank range at the buzzer, and CSJ will go to the locker room up by 7 on Munger Vision, 39-32 over SUNY Canton. The Kangaroos. There you go. Yeah, I missed it as usual. Yeah, the start of the second half by Missed everything. Don't have my headset on. Don't have my iris adjusted on the camera. All right. So it's the 39-34 ball game, and CSJ in a dogfight tonight in a game they need to win. This will just about assure them a spot in the tournament, and there'll be travel called. Wilburn took the bump on the drive. That threw his rhythm off, and it'll be a travel. It'll be SUNY Canton, the Kangaroos with the basketball in the far corner of the gymnasium. And again, if you've never played such a high level as college basketball, I mean, it's got to, you think about it, they played VTC last night, CSJ did, in what was a very intense basketball game, and both teams needed to win. And 24 hours later, here they are in another game that they really need to win. I mean, it's hard to find that emotional juice button to get yourself going. And Evan Yobs will be assessed his first personal foul, the first team foul of the second half. And to my recollection, nobody on Saints with any foul trouble. I think it's Wilburn that has the 2 fouls, and that's really about it. As Williams came out to meet the basketball. The Saints wrap up their home season against Sage College. Jackson might have just picked up his 3rd foul. It is on Jackson. And I'm waiting for that clock to catch up to me. I believe it's 3. Oh, it's 2, so that's good news. Well, I'll tell you what, if that's a clean catch, Sanders can go right up for the shot, but Jackson is back for the play. This is Cato with the basketball. And Ryan will step out on Valentin. They'll feed the low post, and oh, look at Jackson battle for position to make the block. Last touch by Ryder. It's going to be SUNY Canton ball, and they might overrule it. And they will overrule it and say Saints basketball. So CSJ with a great defensive play by Jackson. And it's Valentin the other way with the steal. Wilburn will follow him. But I tell you, I don't understand, and it's hard because I'm not playing it. Either commit the foul so they can't even get the shot off. Of course, no injury, I mean, but don't put up a little cupcake foul like that, which allows the player to finish the shot off and one. And Wilburn picked up his 3rd personal, and that'll bring Rios to the ballgame for Wilburn. Like I said, Wilburn wasn't eligible to play till the 2nd semester, so he didn't play the 1st semester. Even though he practiced with the team, it's still a game of catch-up now, trying to catch up. Game action, game conditions are just so much different, and the game's so much quicker than practice. And I believe that really, hurts Wilburn not having played the 1st semester. They're looking to lob the ball down inside to Smalls, and again, SUNY Canton's already played CSJ, and they seemed to know that play was coming. And that's a steal, but it was more misdribbled by Cato, and now Smalls will cross the timeline and give the ball off to Ryder. There's the push into Rios. Open, shoots, fires, got it! Rios with the bucket. And a word from the sidelines, everybody D up. Make no doubt about it. Again, the games will be won and lost with defensive pressure. Cato, offensive foul. Evan Yop stepped in and drew the charge. Yeah, 42-37 to score with 17:22 to go in the second half. Great job by Yobst. That'll bring Grenier into the ball game. Number 23 for SUNY Canton. Jackson holds. Same play. Not good results. Didn't become a steal, but it became a turnover as in the pass too tall for Smalls. And Vaughn will check at number 11 for SUNY Canton. Yeah, see Williams with the play call as he gets near the timeline. That's Rios coming up to meet him. Defensively, there's the screen set, and tell you, Valentin fades, fires, and can't get it. Valentin's going to be the key as far as running the offense, making it happen for SUNY Canton. You can tell that he's the emotional leader, the spark plug out there for the Kangaroos. Boy, Smalls was open from the free throw line. There he goes. Got it. That was there before, and I was kind of puzzled that he didn't take the shot, but I don't think he realized how open he was. 44-37. Saints up by 7. See Williams wave everybody down below the free throw line. Valentin came up, made the catch, holds the ball at the elbow. Beyond the arc, wants to feed the low post. There's the double on John, and able to push the ball out to Vaughn. Up and got it. It almost looked like Vaughn was waiting for John to roll to the hole for a screen roll, but got in the air and nobody moved, so he just double clutched and took the shot and made it. Again, the tempo, I think, being played more to the liking of SUNY Canton than CSJ. In transition, open shots present themselves a lot more. That was not a balanced attempt by Smalls. Might have been looking for the whistle, didn't get the foul call. There's the quick push the other end of the floor. And again, great defense. Rios and Jackson both getting back into position. But I tell you, Valentin had nowhere to go. Kicked it back out to Vaughn, and that ball's going to be slapped out to Rios in a big collision. And whoa. I've seen games where they'll call fouls on that. I don't think it is, but they'll let that play through tonight. I'm not sure. They didn't reset the shot. No. Okay, what it is, they're going to fix the shot clock. They didn't recycle it when the ball hit the rim. They're probably going to put about 25 seconds back on. So they'll have 25 seconds to work with on the shot clock, which is plenty of time in college basketball. So Williams heading over to the sideline. Rios will defend the inbounds pass. And that's Vaughn with the basketball. And he'll pull it back out to Valentin. Vaughn with the grab. Up and by tough angle, trying to use the glass to bank it in. Here come the Saints, and again, to the credit, SUNY Canton back in good transition defense. Rios, they're going to swing it over to Yop, push the ball inside. There it is. There's the matchup. They've been trying to get the ball down into Smalls. And this time the pass was there, and the finish was there also. Yeah. Grenier called for the offensive foul. And that will be the second team foul, the third on Grenier. And I can tell you, he brought his own cheering section here. Of course, he's from Whitehall, New York. I do believe that's what I read and remember. Yops will step out. There's Rios. Shoots over the top of Valentin, no good. Tell you, that's another beautiful thing about Rios is that he's about 6'4", and in this league, if you play the perimeter at that height, he can shoot over the top of most of his defenders. Valentin went behind the back. Looked like he had a seam to go to the hole, but pulled the ball back out as Anderson going to be checking in now for CSJ. Grenier blocked big time by Jackson. Ate him up. 11 on the shot clock. Tell you, Williams, great job. And the finish by Vaughn. Too much penetration. They let him go down inside too easy. Way too easy. As Ryda will leave it out. There's the drive and the finish by Evan Yopst. Again, back and forth, lead at 7. It's been as high as 11, and we've been tied a couple different times. CSJ, with a win tonight, can just about pack their bags for the trip up to the tournament's Final Four. There's Rios from his spot. No, that thing will rattle around, no good. The rebound was kept around. Yeah, as Smalls with more than a shove as he drove Grenier. Yeah, and there might be a double technical here. There's a lot of talking going on between the officials now, and they were right on top of the play. Smalls was completely aggravated by Grenier and responded with a physical push, which will definitely be a foul. But I'm thinking it might be a double technical. I don't know that for a fact. Oh no, it looks like Smalls is going to take the brunt of it. Yep, Smalls. Intentional foul push.
Technical foul call
And that should be a personal foul. That's going to be a second foul. And he's still smoking out there. Yops, the captain, will do the talking to the officials. Coach Bartlett has to stay in the coaching box area. Yeah, he's pleading. Every coach has to protect their players. That's what Phil's doing right now. And also, I'm sure Raheem reacted to something that has been going on throughout the ball game, not just blatantly turn around and shove the player. I'm looking for Raheem right now. There he is. Okay, he's still on the floor. Okay, that's what the 2 shots for Grenier. And a timeout being taken by the Saints. Full timeout. So they're going to settle things down, sort stuff out. And there's a bunch of refs over on the SUNY Canton side saying it should be a technical and an intentional, and we'll wait and see. I do not know. I'm assuming it's also a personal foul. Right now the board has just 2 personal fouls. And I'll tell you, there's some intensity now in that huddle between Coach Bartlett and his group of young men. Again, Patrick Triplett Jr. unable to play tonight. He had his wisdom teeth removed. And I'm just waiting to see if he's going to leave Smalls in the ballgame or let him sit for a couple seconds just to kind of regroup himself, refocus, kind of reel in the emotion. Because I'll tell you, in all season long covering Saints basketball, Raheem's, like I said, cool as a cucumber. He's been very in control, very in focus, and I can only imagine what set him off right there. And it looks like they'll come back in with the same 5 that left the floor. So they're going to come back with 2 shots for Grenier. Okay, so the officials right on top of things, had everything under control. Two shots and the ball going back down the other end of the floor. All right, so in a 48-43 game, will this become the bookmark moment? Will this be the defining point of a turning point in the ball game? It's also the 4th team foul on CSJ. And Grenier will miss the first shot. Every player, man or woman, boy or girl, any age level I've ever spoken to said this is the toughest shot in basketball. When you are at the line by yourself in front of the whole crowd, and everybody's staring at you. Yeah, no, need somebody to hustle down here and take the ball out of bounds. So it's Ryda, Anderson, Yops, Jackson, and Smalls on the court. Just the fact that Coach Bartlett left Smalls in the ballgame tells me already that Raheem is focused, understands the situation, and was retaliating. Just got caught, that was all. Well, it's pretty hard not to get caught. Right in front of the official, he shoved Grenier. 13 minutes to go in what's been a hot contest tonight on Munger Vision. 48-44, CSJ with the lead. Trying for back-to-back Sunrise Conference wins. Shot clock down to 5, 4. Got it right with 1 second left on the shot clock. It was great defense. The ball took a tremendous bounce for SUNY Canton, and it's a 2-point ball game all of a sudden. Wilburn on the bench with the 3 fouls. Triplett Jr. unable to play, and Jackson will miss that shot. Tipped around, kept alive. Here comes SUNY Canton looking for the lead or for a tie. A lead would be a 3-point play. The tie would be just a good old-fashioned 2, and Anderson will pick up the foul. Yeah, got caught flat-footed defensively. And Dane Yops will come back in the basketball game. He'll replace Evan Yops. KJ Jackson thought he was coming out, looked all dejected and despondent, and all of a sudden got a new second win when he saw he wasn't coming out of the ball game. Grenier, quite the straw stirring the drink right now. He'll be called for the foul and pleading his case to the official and out to his head coach. But you got to have a player like that who can buzz things up. So that opportunity to take the lead or tie the ball game up will go by the wayside, and CSJ will resume possession here. And Ryda Wants to clear out the side. Yeah, that's well defended. They knew that was coming from Smalls as he released and went to the hole on the roll. Vaughn will pull back, put the shot up, and no. Rebound kicks right down to Ryda. Just a tad under 12 minutes left in the basketball game. I should start thinking about saying regulation, as this has got all the earmarks of what could be a nail-biting finish. A loss does not put the Saints out of the playoff picture. It just takes their own destiny out of their hands. Tonight they control their own outcome of making the playoffs or not. Ryda stripped by Williams into the hands of Valentin. On the run, Jackson with the foul. That'll be 3 on KJ. The momentum all in favor now in SUNY Canton. Grenier, the play before that, the foul before that, for SUNY Canton, picked up his 4th personal. And Tony Wilburn will be coming in as Ryda looks like he's going to sit down and take a breather. As he's standing by the bench area for CSJ, and Wilburn with the 3 personal fouls will come in for Ryda. That is the change. A 1-point ball game with Williams at the line looking to tie it up for the Kangaroos. So Juwan Williams taking his time, sliding the basket, showing good patience. Up, and we're tied at 48. Well, I tell you, this Sunrise Conference, VTC last night, double overtime with Fort Kent a couple weeks ago. Valentin gonna go up, and the lead. No, you'll miss the open layup. Ball still loose. Anderson and Yops collide. The Saints right now, a little out of sync with each other. Rios back in the ballgame for Anderson, and with a 48-all tie. They have checked, and they have reset the shot clock, as they should have. So Vaughn. The Kangaroos giving CSJ all they can handle tonight. Williams waiting for some type of movement. The Saints manned up right now, playing some tight defense. Sanders almost lost it on the dribble. Jackson with the 3 fouls. Might have been more aggressive if he had not had those 3 fouls and going after that loose ball. Valentin stripped of the ball, forced the shot up, and Jackson trying to keep his arms alive so they won't tie him up. I'll let the pass down to Wilburn. Wilburn cautiously into the front court, will work between circles. To Dane Yops. Yops is just Dane Yops, the younger Yops. He's just been off tonight. Jackson up, stripped, out of bounds, Saints ball. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Just no fluidity on offense right now. I'm waiting to see when they're going to bring Evan Yops back in the ball game to get the offense leveled off. 48-all, 10:21 to go in regulation. You're watching Munger Vision. We got a dandy from CSJ's athletic complex tonight, Sunrise Conference basketball. Got the Saints. Can't get that offense even keel tonight. They've worked and struggled for all their points tonight. Other than a short spurt where they've got the lead to 11, it's going to be a hand check or a hold called on Cato. Now Wilburn quick off the dribble, but sometimes has issues on the finishing of things. Right, flexing and stretching. I don't know if he's got an injury of some nature. Rios, that's foul on Rios. Yeah, losing their composure. That's a great call. That's a foul on Rios. Yeah, as he dropped the shoulder and pushed out. This is what I was talking about the Saints. Earlier I talked about them, if they played basketball, stayed focused on just basketball, stayed healthy and out of foul trouble, I thought they were the best team in the Sunrise Conference. This is what I call soap opera basketball. They're getting caught up with the talking and the chippiness, and then completely forget about basketball and get caught up with things like we just saw, the shoulder by Rios, the shove by... A job on the block of making the block and not picking up the foul. That was Jackson. Williams trying to take Rios off the dribble, will launch the 3 ball. Got it! And I'll tell you, SUNY Canton now, all the way back from an 11-point deficit, will take a 51-48 lead. They want to crash the party that the Saints wanted to throw tonight as far as qualifying for the postseason. Rios looks to answer, will miss it. Dane Yops Had the ball slapped out of his hands by Vaughn. Now we will see Jamie Ryda and Evan Yops back in the ballgame as Rios and Jackson will sit down. I'm surprised by that substitution of sitting Rios down, but we'll see how this unfolds here. Officials again having another meeting out there. And CSJ from the stack to Wilburn, sets, fires, and missed it. Little cold shooting tonight. Boy, Dane Yops going up, draws a foul, counts a basket! Dane Yops didn't think that time, he just did. And again, Sanders called for the foul. And Dane Yops, the freshman, at the line for CSJ. The basket should be put up. It was good. It should be 51-50. And they haven't put it up yet. Tie ball game's what I have. And right now, it's on the board. It's officially 51 all on the made free throw. So the freshman who had struggled last night and early tonight, I need him to come back to his form from earlier in the season. Dixon in the ball game, number 21, trying to go down to John. Dixon, no room to shoot, will feed the low post. John turns, fires off the mark. Ball slapped back to John, got it. Tell you what, you got to have a lucky bounce now and then, and that's what SUNY Canton had. Wilburn going to sidestep the charge, and that's right there, very fortunate. A dive by Valentin looking to pick up another foul on Smalls out there for CSJ, and a good no call by the officials. If this were hockey, they could have called a diving penalty. It is getting very chippy on the floor right now. Up, foul. Now it's just a matter of who picked it up. 3 Saints were there. Smalls completely mentally out of the game right now. Yeah. Now I don't know if Smalls is coming out. Jackson's at the scores table, but Raheem completely absorbed into the soap opera going on the court right now. And they're getting everybody set on the box. Vaughn also at the scores table going to be checking in for. Actually, he's in the ball game. You can't really use the sticky thing on the floor you step on to make your sneakers grip. Got it. 54-51, and that is it. That is the change. Smalls will sit down with his 3rd personal foul, and oh man, he looks like he could bite through a 2x4 right now. KJ Jackson taking his spot on the floor, so it's Jackson, both Yops, Wilburn, and Ryda, the 5 on the floor right now for Coach Bartlett. And the lead will go to 4 at 55-51, and I believe that is the largest lead SUNY Canton has had all ball game. Wilburn holds well outside the elbow. Will go up and got it. Well, the defense just backed in on the blocks. Left him with about a 10-footer, and he's hit that all night long. Cuts the lead to 2. Dixon into the front court off the long pass will be picked up by Evan Yops. Valentin's been quite a spark plug out there for SUNY Canton. Been fun to watch him. John, and there's everybody. There's the double coming to go down on the blocks. Fades, Valentin fires, and no good. Rebound, B. Jackson. Here comes Wilburn. Got to be careful. Wilburn sets himself up for a lot of charging calls. And he's got to be aware of that. Not to be less aggressive, but just to be smart on the drive. 24 on the shot clock. Slane's looking for the tie. That's Evan Yops. Wants to give it back to Dane Yops. Steps, fires, and tough angle. The tip back in, no good. It was KJ Jackson on the tip. And here comes the push the other way. Sanders will curl back as the numbers weren't there. And he'll just leave the ball for Valentin to pick up off the dribble. I'll tell you, I didn't think SUNY Canton was as quick as they are, but they do present quite a problem matching up with quickness on the floor right now. It's under 7 minutes left in the basketball game. Sanders from the free throw line got it. Well, they didn't come out and press him defensively, and he just basically made a free throw. 57-53, SUNY Canton. Another great ball game brought to you by Munger Vision. I'm waiting to name the Grand Union CSJ player of the game because I got to see how the thing plays out. Evan Yops is looking for the and one, and it's a 2-point ball game again. Wilburn, very focused. Got to watch those screens coming up behind him. They're trying to play denial of the ball to Valentin. Like I said, he makes the whole offense go. Great defense that time because they took away the option of giving Valentin the ball. They forced somebody else to set up the play. And who is that made that great diving effort? Is that Dixon? Scott Dixon literally just sold out and slapped the ball away. And we're going to have a timeout taken by SUNY Canton. There it is, 57-55. CSJ down by 2 on Munger. And 6:02 to go in regulation. From the scorer's table, they said each team with 2 timeouts left. That's unofficial, but I believe that's what I heard him say. So again, looking for the lead with a 3-point play and offensive foul. If it's Wilburn, it's 4. Yep, it's Wilburn. So that's after a timeout. They come out and pick up the offensive foul. Wilburn's 4th personal. Now I'm looking, nobody making a move from the bench. I thought maybe Rios would re-enter the ball game. 5:49, and it's going to be Smalls coming back in. That brief rest by Smalls could be all he needs to start getting his head back into the basketball game, not the soap opera stuff. That's the cut. Vaughn with the crossover, the shot up, missed it. Here's the push the other way, and again, all night long, SUNY Canton's done a good job of getting it down the floor. And that's slapped out of bounds by Vaughn. Looks like there could have been a foul called on Vaughn, but they let him play through the contact. And it'll be Wilburn sitting down with 4 fouls. Small coming in with the 3. And they're pointing to the corner, and I believe that's where Ryda will head to, and it will be Ryda taking the ball out of bounds for CSJ. As Jackson will step out. Oh, he wanted to pull the trigger on that so bad. And he's capable of hitting that outside shot. 24 on the shot clock. Boy, he needs some help now. Boy, I tell you what, that was a long pass to Smalls. Blocked out of bounds. Smalls pleading for a foul, didn't get it. Tell you, Smalls being told by Ryda, shut up and get in the stack. Last thing they need now is a technical foul. Oh, you can see the chippiness going on. And Williams backing out of the pile, trying to embellish the physicalness of the play. Grenier coming back in the ballgame, number 23. He's playing with 4 fouls. That's a SUNY Canton change, and Sanders will sit down. Oh, yeah. This has been intense tonight. Ryda walking around. Like I say, he's been stretching. I don't know if he's got a cramp or a groin pull or what, but he's been flexing, stretching, and he still is. Jackson, this time KJ Jackson stepped out, didn't make the clean catch. Dane Yops picks the handle up, missed the shot. There's Smalls, got it! Tie ball game, Raheem Smalls doing what he does best, getting on those boards. CSJ with 9 team fouls, so that means the next foul they commit is 2 shots the rest of the night for SUNY Canton. Williams to Vaughn, they want to go to John, he's got the basketball. They'll bring it up top to Williams. Going to launch a 3-ball. Got it! Williams with a defender right in his face. Will give the lead back to SUNY Canton, 60-57. Going to post up Evan Yops. Turns. Got it. I'll tell you what. Evan Yops, you can't let him go in the low post like that. He is rugged down there. 60-59. SUNY Canton with the lead. Vaughn. We'll kick it back outside. Grenier, no, front rimmed it. Long rebound chase down in the corner of the gym by KJ Jackson. CSJ, boy, in a 15-round battle tonight. Yeah, there's the foul. Smalls begging for the ball, got it sent to him down on the blocks, and he was fouled from behind. And that is only the 6th team foul. There'll be no shots. Ball goes out of bounds. New shot clock, though, for CSJ. Sanders coming back in number 33. He'll replace Grenier. I think they might be looking for a little defense on the changes with Sanders and Grenier. Don't forget Grenier playing with. They check. It is the 6th team foul. No shot yet. Dane Yops, no. Look at the rebound on the weak side by Jackson. Actually, that wasn't the weak side. Tipped around, knocked out of bounds by Dane Yops. Tell ya, the Saints had the open look and just couldn't get the finish. Stay down by 1 with 3:45 to go in the second half of play. Valentin, what a leader he's been out there for SUNY Canton, bumping and grinding all the way down the floor with Ryda. Williams has been just hitting the big shots at the crucial time. Sanders gave the ball back to Vaughn. Jackson now back in position defensively. Lost the ball, and last touch by Vaughn. As that Saints defense just had him just jumping all over the place. 3:24 to go, 60-59, SUNY Canton with the lead. Smalls, a little bit outside his comfort zone offensively. Jackson, KJ Jackson. They want to post up Yops. There's the weak side help. There's the foul. Yeah. Williams came around, missed the pick on the steal, and Valentin will pick up the foul, and that's the 1-1 now. And so Evan Yops, talk about leadership. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, Yops not only has physically improved this year, but his leadership has just come to the forefront. We're tied at 60 with 3:05 to go. Of course, he is an English major. Just it bucks the stereotype of jocks, because Yops is one smart dude. Tipped around, and Valentin got the numbers down. He's got 3-on-2 coming. Got the baseline, reversed it around on the jump step, missed the shot, got his own rebound, and had to travel. Yes. I'll tell you what, I am a Saints fan, but I like this Valentin kid, number 15. Man, I'd take him on my team any day. 60-60, 2:52 to go. Like I said, I brought you the double overtime Fort Kent game. Brought you the VTC game last night. Got this dandy here tonight. Smalls had the momentum going forward. Count it! Yeah, Raheem Smalls! Thinking basketball, baby. Set that up. Once they let him catch it in its stride, I knew there was no way they were going to stop him. They let him come untouched. He was released from the foul line, momentum going forward, and there's just no way you're going to stop Smalls at that point. 62-60, Saints regain the lead. Smalls, perfect. Leads at 3, a lot of time left, 2:39. Vaughn waits for Williams. Williams wants the ball. See him over on that left side? There he goes. Now he's been hitting from the outside very consistently. Smalls coming out to crowd, takes the shot anyways. Weak side rebound, last touch by Vaughn. They're going to reverse the call and say Ryda touched it last. It's going to become, oh, Phil can't believe this one. It's going to be SUNY Canton basketball. You know, though, I think it was the right call. As much as that pains me, I think it was the correct call. The new shot clock came along with that possession now. Vaughn looking. Oh, what a great pass inside. Blocked by Jackson! And last touched by Sanders. Jackson with the play of the game right there. Well, that just pushed him to the forefront, looking for that player of the game. Minute 58 to go. Saints looking for points off this possession. Oh, great basketball from CSJ's men's program this year. Dane Yops. You know what I like about what Coach Bartlett did with Dane Yops? He's been struggling mentally the last couple of games. He made mistakes tonight or was unhappy with himself. Coach stayed with him, left him in the game, and boy, has he come up big now. Ryda all the way, no good. Smalls kept the ball alive. New shot clock will come back to Dane Yops. Minute 34 to go. It's at a position where they don't have to foul right now. They can play good defense. I'm talking about SUNY Canton. There's a minute difference in shot clock and game clock. They can go through without intentionally fouling to send them to the line. Saints, on the other hand, basket would sure make me feel a lot better. Oh, look at Dane Yops! That's just great coaching. They stayed with the young freshman, and that's great character on Yops' part as Dane Yops came up with a huge basket with 66 seconds left. That will put the lead at 5. SUNY Canton basketball, 66 seconds to go in the basketball game. Down by 5. All they need are points here. They don't need a 3-ball. I mean, it's not, if they want it, that's fine, but they can settle for it. They need points, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 points right now. Vaughn working off the screen from Sanders. They didn't roll with him after the screen. Vaughn with the penetration. Oh my God, I don't know how that wasn't a travel. It was an isolated play. They're trying to get Vaughn in the lane one-on-one, and they did, but it was an awkward play. And there's a hold on Williams. 1-on-1 coming up as Ryder will step to the line. Williams and Evan Yops having a discussion. Oh, it's been chippy, it's been trash talking, it's been fun. So Ryder. Yeah, so Ryder settling in at the line, and yeah, he'll take the shot. There's Jamie Ryder. I couldn't really think of anybody better to put the line right now than Ryder. Got it. Lead is at 6, 66-60. 46.9 seconds go each team with. Yeah, as John and Smalls side by side having quite a discussion with each other. This will be one of those games at the end. I will just keep the camera rolling. Ryder makes it a 7-point ball game. Like I said, the Saints win tonight, and they can get ready. That's going to be, well, I would almost call that an offensive foul. You could clearly see from my angle Williams extending the arm, pushing off Yops. Plus, Yops is an English major. They're very prim and proper, and I don't think he would foul like that on purpose. As Irving Cato going to be coming in as he's at the scorer's table. That's for SUNY Canton. Williams will step to the line. That should be 2 shots, yes. Williams doesn't let the crowd distract him as he cans that one. Puts the game at 67-61. Ooh, Valentin's coming out of the ball game. That's interesting. So Williams looking to convert this one, 2 for 2 this trip, and we'll get it. Yeah. There's the press, and they'll get the ball in the Ryder's hands, and Vaughn with a quick foul. Nothing wrong with that. Why waste time? You're down by 5 points. That's 2 scores. A 3-point shot, a 2-point shot. Why let the clock run down? I'm a big believer, and once the ball is inbounded, they successfully got the ball in bounds. That's the time to foul. If you can deny the ball coming in bounds, it's great. But after that, because you're down by 5 points, then it's 2 shots for everybody the rest of the night. Everybody's over the 10-team limit. As Wilburn will be coming in along with Valentin. Wilburn for CSJ for Dane Yops. What a great game by Yops. You talk about coming from 0 to 60. That's what Yops did tonight. The young Yops, Dane Yops. To be blunt, he pulled his head out of his butt and started playing basketball. And Jamie Ryder on the second shot, a 68-62 game. Makes it 69-62 Saints. Valentin going to go baseline. Oh, Evan Yops stepped up and tried to slow the progress of the ball down as quick timeout taken by SUNY Canton. They're also going to plug Cato back in the basketball game number 5, and it's going to be a full timeout. There it is, 69-64. Saints trying to hold on with 35 seconds left in the basketball game. Co-players of the game, Grand Union co-players of the game again tonight. And it's almost going to be just like last night because of that block with about 4 minutes left in the ball game by KJ Jackson. That kind of turned the tide here for the Saints. KJ Jackson again tonight will be one of the co-players, and he'll share that honor with a Yops, but not Evan Yops as he did against VTC. Dane Yops, just because of the maturity and character that he showed of coming back and playing a strong second half of the ball game in a clutch situation. So that foul will send Wilburn to the line. And again, this thing far from over as Vaughn will pick up his 4th personal foul. And tell you what, Saints hitting big free throws here late in the ball game as they're being sent to the line, and they're converting, making it. Again, it's a 2-possession lead right now. And so I wish I would have taped it, but Coach Bartlett just sprinted. An old man type of sprint, but he ran from one end of the gym to the midcourt to talk to Ryda, and I didn't think he had that in him still. Vaughn up, blocked again by Jackson. They want a goaltending call, no way. So there's the foul by Valentin. Tell you what, Jackson again, when it had to happen and be tough, he came up with some key blocks tonight. Oh, the shot clock's off, okay. Well, the shot clock man got up and walked away from the scorer's table, but I just realized the shot clock was off. The Saints 22 seconds away from back-to-back tough wins against VTC and SUNY Canton. Ryda flexing, coiling, shooting, getting it. Well, if you're the Saints, last thing you need is a foul right now. Tell you what, that was an incredibly tough shot by Vaughn, and I do think you should have got the and one. As they'll stop the clock on the foul and send the Saints back to the line. I'm looking as that's the 4th foul on Valentin. And Wilburn will head to the line now. Yeah, just trying to eavesdrop and watch the game and keep track of what's going on, and that's a lot for me to do. 73-66, 74-66. So Wilburn is going to survive the night and get to play the entire game without fouling out. We'll get it. And I am kind of tongue-in-cheeking my picking on Wilburn, but they need him to stay foul trouble in ball games, especially in the playoffs. Because Yops will pick it up, look to get the ball in bounds, goes over the top, and that's an intentional foul. That's a great call. You don't see officials call that enough. Never made a play for the ball. Didn't try to hurt him or nothing. And Evan Yops going to talk some trash. Yeah, they don't need that right now. There's a technical foul. See, Smalls, I wouldn't think that'd be a good deal. They don't know the workout Smalls does. He is a strong individual. Now Evan just got teed up, yes. Yeah, right, and Coach Bartlett trying to get Evan Yops to come over to the sideline and stop yapping. So technical foul on John. Technical foul on, I didn't get that number.
Technical foul number 1 of Canton and number 22 of PEGTV.
Okay, I still didn't get the foul, so a couple of technicals taken. But see, Evan, it's okay to go out there and have a testosterone contest and bump your chest and all that, but you obtained your objective, which was the shove. Then you got to turn around and walk off because you won the battle. Yes, Coach Bartlett trying to get his team to walk away from. And there are no angels in this, believe me. They're having a good time talking trash as much as SUNY Canton is. Yeah, and they want the. That's Coach Bartlett. Whatever it was, he was in total agreement with the official. And Smalls, a little different demeanor now than he was in the middle of the ball game. Well, Jackson is showing the best political move. He's over there talking with the official. He's staying away from all the rough stuff in the middle of the floor. And the Yops, of all people, like I say, he's an English major. They're usually not known as being tough people. An interesting night from the CSJ Athletic Complex. '75s, 68 as Smalls will miss him. And now we'll see how the game will settle up here. As Ryder will take the ball out of bounds. You wouldn't believe the talking going on at midcourt during those technical free throws. This will be a memorable night as Wilburn will hold the basketball. Yeah, that's, to me, I got to go with Coach Bartlett on this. 6 seconds. It's been a real touchy game. A lot of technicals, some shoving. 75-68. There's no way you can win now. To keep fouling now is almost like a breach of etiquette, basketball etiquette. Wilburn will roll it in. Wilburn on the second shot. No. And the best thing they can do is just let it play through. Little 3-ball up, and Cato will get it at the buzzer. And let's see where the officials position himself now. Yeah, officials talking to Evan about, he wants him to be quiet going through the line. Well, they sent out the enforcer, Joe Leichman, to lead the pack of Saints, so he'll keep things in check. The real part is when they go out back to the locker rooms when they pass each other. And see, Smalls always does that. Very intense individual, but he went through and patted everybody, look at hugs on the back. And that's the surprising thing about him. He knows it's the game, he shut it off, and it was excellent. Okay, it was an awesome night. CSJ will get the win. Congratulations to the Saints. A great effort by SUNY Canton. See, CSJ goes out that door and SUNY Canton goes out that door, and they meet. That's all one common hallway right there.